back to a brand new episode of Confessions with Lo. Episode 21 to be exact. 21 is my lucky number, so I'm excited about this one. But listen, before we get into it, I'm gonna have to have another little talk with y'all. We're gonna have to have another little talk, okay? I've said this in multiple videos. I like to keep stuff very authentic and transparent with y'all, right? So when you send in a confession or a story or whatever you want to call it to me, I do not read it beforehand because I just feel like that's fake of me to already know what's gonna happen, and if it's something shocking, I'm gonna be like, oh, but I already knew it was gonna be like that. So my reactions on camera is like my real-time reactions. Like, I don't be knowing what people are gonna say before they say it. And I want to keep it that way. So this is what I want to say to y'all. If you have sent a story to somebody else, because a lot of my subscribers, like most of my subscribers, are storytime people. Y'all like storytime channels. I am a storytime exclusive channel. You won't really like find anything else on my page for now. Other than story times. And I know there's a lot of other people. So for instance, Simone has Subby Sundays, K has Ask K, T does some stuff. Does T do confessions or like story, like subscriber stories? Even if she does, like, those are just to name a few people. Like, y'all are subscribed to all of us, right? Please do not keep sending the same story to all of our channels, because everybody is getting the same story now 3 or 4 times. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't know what line I fall in that. So I could be the first one or I could be the 4th one. Don't send something that you've already sent to another subscriber, to another creator to me, please. And I'm not trying to like sound mean or harsh or anything like that. It just like, I see so many people like complaining about it in the comments, and this has been a thing, but I'm finally addressing it now, because my last confessions video, the second 2 stories were sent to another creator. So just to avoid like people like, because some of y'all be a little mean in the comments. I ain't even gonna hold you. And we can get across the same message. Just don't be mean about it. I get it, but let's, because y'all know I don't encourage like stuff like that on this channel, especially in the comments. I know you gonna speak how you feel, and okay, but let's just try to say it in like a nicer way. But from now on, I really don't even know how I would catch it though, because sometimes I don't even be seeing Simone Subby Sundays until like after I done already put out my confessions video. You feel what I'm saying? So just to nip that in the bud, if you send something to me, don't send me something that you've already like submitted to somebody else. And that might cause Confessions with Lo to come to a stop, and I'm okay with that. We will figure out something else to do. But yeah, just to keep everything like not repetitive, and somebody is like, I done heard this story about 5-6 times, like, so y'all are just copying and pasting at this point. And that was like a prime example of the second confession from last week. They didn't even change the subject line. It said Subby Sunday. So it's like, you're not even trying to be discreet about it at this point. You just don't care. And I get it. Like, everybody's channel has like a different vibe. They might tell stuff different than how I tell it, and you want me to tell it in my own way. And I get that. I love that. Thank you for that. But just so we can stop the repetitiveness, let's just not even send multiple people the same exact thing. Like, if you got one to send to me and then another situation to send to somebody else, like, do it like that. But don't send the same, especially don't copy and paste. Like, dang, y'all couldn't even change the subject line for me. But yeah, let's just do that. And I don't want to have to stop Confessions with Lo, and I don't think I ever would, but it's becoming a lot at this point, because it's always like somebody in the comments like, I heard this someplace else, or this was on so-and-so's channel, or this story sounds familiar, or, you know. So yeah, I'm sorry for all of that rambling. I promise we're gonna get right into it. Let me go to my email. Okay. So this first confession, hopefully these 3 confessions were not sent to anybody else. Okay. So this first one says, my friend wanted to fight me over a ninja who didn't want her and told their bad business on social media. That was just the subject of the email, y'all. So she said, hello, my name is blank, but you can call me Key for short. Yes, you can say my name. Oh, my name is Makia. I hope I'm saying that right, friend, but you can call me Key for short. Yes, you can say my name. I'm new to your channel and I love your videos and your vibes. Thank you, friend. But today I'm gonna be telling you how my best friend wanted to fight me over a ninja. So I'm gonna call my best friend at the time Dummy, and I'm gonna call the boy Player. So this took place the summer of 2021. One day I was chilling at home, bored as fuck, and Dummy called me saying that we should go to this kickback her friend was having that night. At first I was kind of iffy about going since it's so last minute and I didn't have my hair done, but I still went. Fast forward to later on that night around 8:30, I started getting ready and I did my hair in a braided ponytail, which took me an hour and a half. And Dummy was supposed to be picking me up around 10. So Dummy picked me up, and the whole car ride she was telling me how her friend was supposed to put her on to one of her friends she had been liking for a minute, and this was a little suspicious to me because she was in a 2-year relationship and she had seemed so in love. I love how she like abbreviate and stuff, but in parentheses she telling me like what it means, because y'all know Auntie be struggling. TT don't know what all the little lingo is now, so thank you. 2-year relationship and seems so in love with him, but to each their own. So we get to the kickback and everybody seemed cool and shit, so I went to sit down. A few minutes later, Dummy saw this guy she knew and went to talk to him. At first I didn't think nothing of it, but after an hour of them talking, I assumed that was the friend that her friend was putting her on with. So a few minutes go by and then this guy, Player, comes up to me and we started talking. He was asking me where I was from, what I like to do in my free time, what I like to eat, etc. So after what seemed like hours of talking, he asked me for my Instagram and left. A few minutes later, Dummy came back to where I was sitting and told me to let her know when I was ready to go home because she was going to old boy house and she would pay for an Uber for me to go home. So, dang, your friend couldn't take you home? So, dang, I lost my place. And when she told me that it was kind of suspicious because from my information, she just met him and was trying to go to his house, but like I said, to each their own. I grabbed one more drink and got the Uber home. 2 days later, I got a message from old dude from the kickback saying that he really liked me and wanted to take me out on a bowling date for that weekend. So I agreed because I had nothing else to do and he was low-key cute. So Saturday came and he asked me if I wanted him to come pick me up or he could call me an Uber. At this time, my car was in the shop, so I took him up on his offer for the Uber. So when I got to the bowling alley, he was outside by his car waiting on me and he opened the door for me and everything. And I know that's the bare minimum, but it's hard to find niggas in this generation willing to do the bare minimum sometimes. So you just gotta settle for the bare minimum. No, you do not have to settle for the bare minimum. Don't you settle for the bare minimum. Don't you settle for nothing. No. Get that thought out your head right now. And besides, we weren't in a relationship, so if he didn't open the door for me, I wouldn't feel any type of way. But back to the story. I feel that, I understand that, but you should expect more than the bare minimum, and you should always have your expectations set high, for real. Like, don't lower your standards or your expectations just because, oh, guys in this generation, you don't gotta deal with them, period. When we went into the bowling alley, he paid for everything and he was being an overall gentleman. After the date, he booked me another Uber, and when I got home, he was telling me how he had fun and he wanted to hang out with me more often. Fast forward a month later, we had been hanging out like every day and I was low-key falling for him. One day I got a call from Dummy saying how the boy who her friend put her on with was cheating on her and shit like that. And at this point, I'm thinking she talking about the boy she was talking to at the kickback. But when she started sending me screenshots of their chats, of the chats between Playa and the other girl, it was literally mine and Playa's chats. Oh, wait. She said, girl, I was flabbergasted. I didn't know what I should have done at that point. So I told her that I was going to call her back, and I called Playa. So when I FaceTime Playa, Dummy answered the phone. And wait. She said when I FaceTime Playa, Dummy answered the phone. And as soon as she seen that the other girl was me, she went off. So Playa did... Wait a minute. She was saying how I was a trifling ass bitch and how I knew she was talking to Playa and I still wanted to talk to him. Keep in mind, I thought that she was with old boy from the kickback and I never even seen Dummy and Playa talking. I was finna say, when did she... Because if she was in the other boy face at the party at the kickback and Playa was in your face, if she seen y'all talking, why would she not say something at the time? Like, that's my man. But also, if that's your man, why was you with somebody else? You feel what I'm saying? But she was saying how she should have never trusted me and how she wanted to fight me. So I told her that I didn't know her and Playa had something going on and how I was sorry. And she was saying how I knew now and that she still wanted to fight me. So I hung up on her. So like 2 days after, I seen her on Instagram throwing shade at me, saying how I'm a hoe. Last time I checked, she was the one talking to 3 men at a time, period. Because what are you saying right now? And that I can have the nigga because she already sucked his... That is not something that I would be bragging about. Like, oh, he doing all this with other females. But you can have him because I already gave him the guap 3000. Oh, okay. And how bitches is weird for trying to fuck with her nigga. Keep in mind, she was in a relationship with a whole different man. She's still in a relationship at the time that I'm confused. So she had a boyfriend. Is this the 3 men? She had a boyfriend who he wasn't talking about, who we don't know his name. And then she was talking to the one guy that she was talking to at the kickback that her friend was supposed to be putting her on with. And then she was dealing with Playa too. You got a lot going on, baby girl. And beefing with a girl over one of your 3 contenders should not even be a thing right now with you. And she was saying how I was pressed over a nigga that was begging to get her pregnant. She was the one that wanted to fight me. And I'm scared to fight her. She wanted to fight me. So my thing is, she knew my address. Wait, you said you are scared to fight her? I hope you mean you wasn't. Because don't be scared of that girl. She wanted to fight me. So my thing is, she knew my address and she was the one who wanted to fight. So if she really wanted to fight... If she really wanted to fight me so bad, she could have pulled up, period. So a few weeks later, Playa hit me up talking about how he didn't like Dummy like that. And he had told her that he didn't want her and how she was just a toy and shit like that. And I ignored him because 1, I was over him. And 2, even if you didn't want her, why was you having sex with her while we were talking? So that's the end of the story. And I have more stories about Playa. So let me know if you want more. Love you. Yes, send in another one about Playa. I hope you played him back. Ew. I don't like guys. Because what? And it's like my thing is like, it's really hard believing like you didn't know that this was this girl best friend. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, both of them weird because it's like, why would the best friend not say something? Like, why would Dummy not say something to you if she's seen Playa talking to you? And then like, why would Playa not say that he was humping on your best friend? Go ahead and send in another one about Playa because I want to know how that turned out. I know you stopped messing with him like ultimately, but I hope you got your get back. I hope it was very brutal. Thank you for sending that in, friend. Okay, Moving on to the next one. So this one says, forget throwing hands, I throw dressers. Let's get into this. So she said, hey Lo, thank you for reading my story. You asked me to send in more stories, so here I am. Oh friend, I don't know. You gotta remind me which story you sent in before, because I don't know. I'll be deleting them after I read them. Before I start this story is extremely long. My apologies in advance. Okay, so boom. This story is a few months old. This story is about my husband Kevin and his love interest / friend Sarah, and how I found out that they were on a date. Oh, Kevin. Kevin had been talking about how he wanted to see a baseball game with one of his boys. We'll call that friend Aaron. Kevin was hella excited and switched around his off days with his co-workers just for Aaron. 2 days prior to the game, he asked me to purchase the tickets for them via my Klarna account because he was banned due to failure to pay. Kevin, just a little pause, because y'all be thinking y'all getting away with like scamming these little companies. I just want y'all to know, Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, like whatever you use, Shop Pay, whatever, it's not just like, like that's not really nothing. Like, I don't care if I don't pay. That's gonna hit your credit, and it's gonna turn into a collection. It's gonna affect your credit score. If you don't care about stuff like that, hey, do what you do. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of people don't realize that, like, you're still in debt, babe. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Kevin picks out the seats and sends me a screenshot of the ones he wanted me to purchase for him. I pay for them and send him the email for proof of purchase. The day of the game finally arrives. Kevin and I go to the store with our babies so we could get some things for the house. Kevin, I started noticing acting different and texting more as the anticipation to leave arose. I was beginning to feel as if he was going with Sarah and not Aaron, as he said. When we get home, Kevin says, oh shit, boo. Aaron just texted me saying he was going tubing on the lake with his brother and wife. He then looks at his phone, turns that bitch to the right extremely slow and begins to text. That type of behavior Kevin only displayed with one person, Sarah. Was Sarah like his work wife or something? Because I don't trust stuff like that. I don't like that. I asked him if he was texting Aaron to play it off. Kevin responds and says, nah, this is my mama. Okay. Seconds later, his phone is ringing. I'm looking alarmed as fuck. We're trying to play it cool. Kevin looks at me and says, boo, this my ninja Nate. He trying to be Aaron's replacement for the game and shit. Kevin and Nate agree to go to the game. Kevin gets ready and leaves out. So it just dawned on me, the subject of this email. So you bought the tickets for the game. Please, I'm not gonna read ahead. I don't know what the outcome is. Please don't tell me that you paid for some tickets to a baseball game that this man did not even go to. I'm gonna get mad. Hold on, I lost my place. Kevin gets ready and leaves out. Wait, Kevin and Nate agree to meet at the game. Kevin gets ready and leaves out. Why I had to run up to this man and say, so you gonna leave without giving me a kiss? That shouldn't even be fucking natural. Due to Kevin lying to me about Sarah, my only rule was that he FaceTimed me with Nate and took a pic. Bitch, I was trying to surveillance the motherfucking area. Wasn't about to be lied to again, right? Because your intuition was going off, sis. When you got that feeling, you be right. Kevin tells me he and Nate were walking to the game from the parking garage, so I demanded a pic. He began displaying his behavioral pattern when around Sarah and took a pic of people walking in front of them to the game. Ninja, I don't know who the fuck them people are. I began to say I would tell his parents he was with Sarah. Kevin has his parents call me and say I shouldn't act like that because he has changed. Yeah, easy for them to say. They had no idea who their son was deep down. As the game progresses, Kevin's texting less and less, as he should. However, give me what the fuck I asked for so I can shut the fuck up bothering you. Kevin never did send a pic of him and Nate, as you probably already guessed. He tells me that he was leaving. He tells me they was leaving. So my private eye ass, just watching his location as if I'm the police, I noticed Kevin in one spot for 20 minutes. I then text, no response. Call, nothing. At this point, I'm getting anxious. Finally, Kevin texts me and says him and Nate smoking/drinking and his phone on 1%. Another thing he had the tendency of saying when it came to Sarah. As the night continues, I'm having to repeatedly call/text him and blow up his phone. And blow his phone the fuck down. Not to mention this nigga kept turning his location off. Instead of his location reading unavailable the way it does with the dead phone, Kevin's read not found. You think a bitch dumb, huh, Kevin? Finally, Kevin calls saying him and Nate were going to this restaurant downtown at the end of the night. I started thinking to myself, men don't go to restaurants together unless they on double dates with their lady. Well, hold on, sis, because could very well be true, but some men could go out to eat. They can go to a restaurant. Only places men go to at night is the bar/club, which two things could be true at one time. I'm not even trying to play like devil's advocate or nothing, because fuck Kevin. I'm just saying. As I waited for Kevin to come home, I had a friend go to Sarah's page because she had blocked me. Sarah blocked you? Oh, yeah. On her story was the area Kevin sent me the screenshot of when buying the tickets. Then there was a souvenir container of popcorn she held out the car, a pic of their drinks, and lastly a pic of Kevin's raw rolling tray. The tray is what gave it away because all women know what the inside of their man's car looks like. I was so broken and hurt. Kevin gets home and shit popped the fuck off. I started going cuckoo. I began berating him with questions about who he was with. Kevin continued to lie straight to my face. Yeah. He started to realize he fucked up because I knew, and instead of trying to calm me down, Kevin says, bitch, shut the fuck up with all that dumb shit. A ninja telling your little stupid ass the truth. Once this damn eye get to twitching, oh, it would have been on. Do you hear me? Are you okay? Do you value your life? You must not want to wake up tomorrow. Y'all. So she said he goes to his room and yells out good night. I then go in there and was seeing red. I say, I'm going to ask you one more time before I throw this dresser on you. Who did you go with? Kevin still kept up the lie and said Nate. I pick up the big heavy ass dresser and boom. Do y'all know how angry y'all gotta be to pick up a large piece of furniture? Do you know how much a dresser weighs? I don't know how big this dresser was. This could have even been a kid's dresser for all I care. Still kind of heavy. Like, this is not something that you just throw around like a pillow. Do you know how enraged you have to be to hit somebody with a dresser? Do you know? She said, I threw it on his ass with no hesitation. Kevin gets up, throwing it off of himself, calling me all types of bitches. I run and grab my pepper spray, spraying him from behind. Kevin instantly begins to cough off that C5 red tear gas pepper spray I had. Damn. He was crying and screaming. Then admits to him being out with Sarah. If he would have said that, I wouldn't have sprayed him for the first time. I feel like you would have. Might have cussed him out, but not do nothing wild. Why not? After Kevin's drunk ass is feeling better, he goes to sleep. I then start to look for his keys and phone with my friend Brianna on FaceTime, the same girl who sent the receipts. I remember asking Kevin for his keys and phone. He said he lost his phone while outside and hid his keys in a bush. Not Kevin over here with them bullshit ass lies. My heart was beating like crazy as I searched for Kevin's phone and keys, all while Brianna hyping me up to continue to search. She like, bitch, searching the spots you at least expect. I end up finding the keys and the baby's fucking stroller. Found them, and it was time to go search the fuck out of Kevin's car. I get there with Brianna on FaceTime and see everything Sarah posted on her Instagram story in Kevin's car. I just felt so hopeless and unworthy. It caused me to be in a severe depression. I feel as if I needed to finally get this story out so I can finally be happy and showing people what can happen if you give a chance to a major fuck up like a car accident involving the bitch Sarah. Wait, what? if you give a chance after a major fuck up like a car accident involving the bitch Sarah, I can send that one next. I got so many stories involving Sarah. You and Sarah got into a car accident? Send it, send it, send it, send it right now. I do apologize for this being long. I just wanted to get this story out my system. Thank you again for sharing my story to your audience. Girl, please send in more stories about Kevin and Sarah. Did you run her off the road? Did you run her off a bridge? You ran her off a bridge. Look at me coming up with the story. You ran her in front of a semi-truck? Let me stop. I'm so sorry you went through that, friend. Like, all jokes aside, like, that's not even funny. You don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. I hope you are not with Kevin still. But even if you are, I can't even talk, because if you are not new to my channel, you know I was with Sean. You know, like, I hope you are healing as an individual, because wow, that's a lot. And for him to like lie to your face like that, like, you gonna lie to my face? It's crazy. Go ahead and send in another confession. I'm sorry you went through that. Love you so much, and I hope you're doing better these days, because y'all, she sent this in July. I hope you're doing better. I'm sorry, friend. Okay, y'all, this is the last confession that we are gonna do today. So she said, my sister tried to steal my man. Let me stop saying so she, because sometimes it don't be a she, it be like a he or a they. Do y'all do that? They, them? I don't know. It's just so habit, because 9 times out of 10 this is a she sending me a story. Okay, I'm sorry. So she said, hey Lo, please don't say my name, LOL. My name is blank, but for this story time I'll be Moose. My boyfriend will be Yellow and my sister will be Snake. Those are some very interesting things. So before we get into it, let me give you the backstory so it won't be confusing. We aren't really siblings, but I say sister because that's what I kind of thought of her before this situation. My dad has a baby mom with 3 kids and 2 of them are his. One of them is not my dad's child, and that's Snake. So basically it's like my blood sister, blood brother, and then Snake. My brother used to always say, don't get caught up with Snake, and I'd always wonder why, because she didn't seem like she was bad, LOL. I guess I had to find out for myself. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes, LOL. But yeah, so due to an altercation, I ended up going to an alternative school. If you guys don't know what an alternative school is, it's just for bad kids, basically. I'm not a bad kid, but I ended up there. Story time for another day. Laugh my ass off. While I was there, Yellow noticed me, and we were friends in middle school, so basically rekindled our friendship, and that turned into us being in a relationship. So we're in a relationship at this alternative school together, and people are just now noticing our relationship. They're kind of mad because they didn't want us in a relationship. Some girls at the school kind of liked him or whatever, so that turned into them all not liking me. And I didn't give a damn because I didn't come here to make friends with them chicken head hoes. So fast forward a couple of weeks later, I see Snake come to the table with her little Lululemon lunch bag. Yeah, one of them hoes. So she's sitting there. I'm quiet as a mouse all the time because them girls were so shady. I just used to sit and listen, LOL. But yeah, she sat down and said, hi, mouse. Oh, sis, you miss... Yo, she didn't misspell it. I misread it. I'm talking about interesting names. She definitely put mouse. I'm not even gonna restart the story. It's not moose, y'all. It's a mouse. A mouse, Yellow, and Snake. I am so sorry. I know you probably looking at this and listening like, bitch, I did not say. I put an extra. I'm sorry, y'all. Not moose, mouse. Quiet as a mouse all the time because them girls were shady and I just used to like to listen. But yeah, she sat down and said, hi, mouse, and I said hi, and that's when I first noticed her. If I remember correctly, nothing really happened that first day she was there. The next day, someone said she asked my boyfriend for his number, and I know the girls were so thrilled because they was waiting to break us up when they first seen us together. So I waited until like that night to ask him if he had given his number to Snake. He said he gave it to her. Yes, Lo, he gave her his number. I was so disappointed in him and saying, oh, we used to be friends and so on and so on. Not that much on my man in the comments. We still together. Yeah, I know how it sounds, but this was a long time ago. And we've been together for 1 year now. This is both of our first real relationship. She said, don't do too much of her man in the comments because she watching, okay? Keep it cute. So the girl got his number and started texting him as soon. I'm just still caught up while I just said moose so confidently, and that shit really did say mouse. I don't know where the extra S came from, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I lost my place again. So the girl got his number and started texting him as soon as we got home. Man, I wish I still had the screenshots. I would insert them, but sadly I don't. She started texting him saying, break up with her. I'm better than her. I can go places. We can meet up. I have strict parents. I guess that's why she said that. I don't be going nowhere, let alone meeting up with guys. Then said, I can suck it better than her. How you know? I'm just kidding. Girl, yeah, she said a whole lot of other stuff, but this was what really stuck with me, LOL. She too silly. I'm sitting here. She said who? I'm just kidding. I'm sitting here looking at this shit on his phone like, wow, what the heck? This can't be for real. So I want to say the same night she sent him nudes. Oh, she is laying it on really thick. I'm telling you a whole lot. I'm saying like about 10 of them. She just showing booty, kitty, bouncing her big ass milkshakes all in the camera. Showing your, y'all in high school, right? Kitty, showing your coochie cat. Oh my gosh, she was so brave. And my flat-chested ass just like, wow. I'm like, I really can't believe she do me like this. Granted, she owes me no loyalty, but dang. Like, girl, I thought we was almost like family. We supposed to be better than this. Little ugly. Like, why you do me like that? I felt so betrayed. So I'm looking at this shit on the phone. He's sharing his screen and I'm just looking. I say block her. We fresh in a relationship and this shit already happening. I say block her. He say no, I don't block people. Now I know you said keep it cute in the comments because y'all still together, but I'm judging him on that part. Because what you mean? This girl sending you pictures from the rooter to the tutor, showing you everything that she got to offer, and you talk about you on block people. You can't make an exception? Y'all don't even got to tell me. I know that's fuck nigga lingo. Okay, so she already knew. So a couple days go by, then he just telling me everything that's been happening because I ask all the time. Y'all, why he say she start telling people my dad crazy and all of this shit saying he weird? Girl, that sent me because don't nobody talk about my daddy. I don't care. I'm blue at this point. I text my brother, call him up. I'm like, you need to get Snake. She talking about daddy. Sending my boyfriend news and all of the above. He was like, I knew she was finna do something because on her first day coming back home from the alternative school, Snake came to my brother and said, you know your sister got a boyfriend? He said he told her to leave me alone. So after that, he told me he talked to her. They talked, I guess, and she ain't never say nothing to me again after. But one day, Yellow shared his screen one night, and I seen her ask him if he wanted her to grab him a breakfast burrito before we go to school. That girl irks my soul to this day. Not too long ago, my brother came to visit and he said that she was gonna be at my school next year. I just know it's gonna be some shit, y'all. LOL. That's the end of the story, y'all. Sorry if it's boring. Oh, I almost forgot to mention that one time my big sister, the sister that Snake and I also share, brought her over to my house and she was texting my boyfriend in my face on Snap and I didn't even know. LOL. A bunch of bums. But love you, girl. Sorry if this is all over the place or bad grammar. I tried to proofread like 3 times. No, you good, girl. That was just me who called you moose instead of mouse. That was not on her, y'all. That was not on her. That was me. The white girl is Snake. I'm the darker one. You are beautiful. This Snake. Lauren, don't say nothing. You are an adult. These are some kids. These are kids. This is somebody's child. All I'm gonna say is, Snake, I love the confidence, baby. Keep it up. Don't keep it up. Don't keep messing with somebody, but like, also, like, tell your boyfriend to stop playing like that. And why he don't want to block her, he keep responding to her. So, hey, you handle your relationship how you see fit, and I'm gonna just stay out of it. Yeah, that was a lot. Thank you for sending that in though, friend. If y'all ever want to send in anything, y'all already know what I'm gonna tell y'all. Email to do it in the description box. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. Give it a thumbs up. Talk about it in the comments. Keep it cute in the comments though. Keep it nice in the comments, please. Please. And thank you. Yeah, turn on your post bell notifications. Make sure you are subscribed. Pretty sure you are. Just double check for me. You good? We good? Okay. And I'm gonna see y'all next week for 2 brand new videos. Bye.